Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 43 of the Kyoki Puro series here on the channel, local to global series, using TEW 2020. As usually it's a week between episodes, but thanks to an audio fuck up, it's only a day. As I uploaded the episode 42 yesterday on Wednesday, as we are at the Super Show Destruction. What a show this will be! I think it's gonna be an awesome show. We got a lot of things planned out. First time ever matchup too. A first time 2v2v2 tag match. But before we get into the actual card, we do have a bit of news. Taji Kanoe has walked out of Kyoki Puro. He was extremely unhappy. As Taji Kanoe, the first champion, first Kyoki Puro champion to not be a part of the company anymore, the first ex-champion. As, yeah, I mean, out of basically everybody who's held the Kyoki Puro title, which is not a whole lot of people. We got Ant-Man, Eno Phoenix 4, Sumac Samora, Stealth Z, S2, and Taji Kanoe. I guess that's, 6 guys, but still, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that he was just a champion in January and March, and now here in June, he's gone. But to be honest, I'm not completely upset about it, just because his kind of arc stopped at him being champion. So he would just kind of been a guy that wouldn't have been special anymore. When we brought him in, he was treated so, thought like his run was probably my best thing booked as far as like a single character, just because it was a short run. It made sense. Everything he did made sense, I think, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him not being a part of Kyoki Pure anymore, even though he's obviously a talented motherfucker. As our championship, our Kyoki Pure title is almost at 40 prestige. It's pretty awesome. As it started out as like 37. Actually, probably lower than that, because obviously this is just June to 2020. It's probably like in the 30s when we started. So it's almost up 10. The Bad Motherfuckers tournament is at 47, which, yeah, that jumped up 7 points since basically the second time, or the third time around. Oh, no, it was the second time. From Umihara winning and in 2021, Sumac Samora in 2022. That's come a long way. And the tag belts have always kind of been shit. We've had so many tag team champions, and our the most defense has been 2. Like we just been passing that belt around so many times. Those tag belts. It was just fun to look at that. It's been a hot minute since we did. Kind of crazy how much money we have. There for a while, we were skating by in the thousands, and now we're almost at 20,000. I think this is gonna be the first time we're gonna have 200 people at the show, as the economy is booming right now. The wrestling industry is going up. Even though we're expected 195, I wouldn't be surprised if we're at 199, 200. Would not be surprised at all. As I don't know why I went to that screen, as we don't need to go there. As for the actual show now, the Super Show Destruction, the opener is going to be Joji taking on Aki Kamiyo, which I think we're actually going to go with the title match first. I don't know. I'd like going title match from the opener down on these just because it makes it a little easier to rearrange everything. So the title match is going to obviously be the main event. It's Ant-Man and Asa 2, the Kyoki Pure title, as this match was the first ever Kyoki Puro title matchup. It was Ant-Man and Asa 2. They had their match at The Fight Continues 2023, where Ant-Man beat him. As Asa 2 has, they're basically 2-1 with Ant-Man having 2 wins over Asa 2 in singles matches. I think, obviously, for this time around, though, we're going to have the champion retain, as Asa 2 is going to get the win here. This should be a hell of a match, though. Obviously, it's not going to be a death match, just because Ant-Man can't work a death match. But it should be a hell of a match, nonetheless. So the 2v2v2 match, as it's going to be Waiko taking on Latin Kings taking on Dark Agents in a 2v2v2 match. As I believe the belts are going to be on the line. I think that's the plan going into this. As then Hector and Carlos, and the Dark Agents, Stealth Z, and Shadow. So yeah, no deathmatch again. The belt's going to be on the line, and Carlos Gonzalez is going to pin Shadow. Retaining the belts will be the Latin Kings. Yes. 14 minutes is good for me. So I always forget which one is the worst of the two between Shadow and Prowler. We'll just look at the independents. So yeah, Shadow's definitely better. That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check. Double check. Alright, and then the next match is a singles matchup. Either Phoenix 4 and Namagenda. So obviously, these two are similar kind of builds of the high flying aspects. We'll make it high spots. I want to say we've done this match twice. Want to say 3 times. Once, and Either Phoenix 4 has won all 3 times. Do we give Namagenda a win here? Is the question. Yeah, let's give her a win. Fuck it. Why not? Let's try to build something up out of this. Even though Either Phoenix 4 probably deserves it and is going to outperform her, still think it's going to be pretty good. So this is going to be a death match, as it's going to be Ryoku Yama as taking on Kenji Akamatsui. So Kenji's going to get the win here. Just because I feel like Kenji needs a win. Plus, in this environment, I feel like he's going to outperform her. We'll make it 6 minutes. As Joji taking on Aki Kamiyo. Our next matchup, Joji, Aki Kamiyo. And Joji's going to get the win there. So no Sumaki Samura. It's not really needed, even though it is the Super Show Destruction. I think who else is not on this card? Marco is obviously Aztec Prince, Prowler. We can have a pre-show match just to get Kira. Let's get Kira and Marco in the match. Just because they need the pop boost more than anybody. Kira. Actually, Marco usually outperforms. There's a Marco. So, I mean, not having Sumaki Samura is going to be tough. I actually need to add some time. Let's add it to this match. Alright, so yeah, well, obviously the deathmatch penalty, that's no big deal. Yeah, plus Aztec Prince is fatigued, same thing's Prowler, so that's, it's nice. And Sumac Samura, granted he's probably our biggest star. Not being on our big show probably would be a bad idea, but I feel like the show's gonna do well. See what happens. Yeah, the pre-show in 24, as they both did 23, so they're getting better. They were getting better. 197. We were close. So Marco Gonzalez wins with a DDT in 932. So 47 for the opener is Joji beating Aki Kamiyo in 1025 as with the Joji Miracle Explosion. As they have good chemistry too. Hell yeah. Good start for Joji. Great start. So 37 for the death matches Kenji Akamatsui defeating Ryoku. And a deathmatch in 6:15 with the eruption. That's 40 for Kenji Akamatsui, 17 for Ryoku, who was off her game. So 56 for the high spots matchup, and actually Namagenda outperformed him. Oh yeah, Namagenda getting a big win over Either Phoenix 4 in 12 minutes with the flying double knee. And I got a 56. Hell of a little match. So 50 for the tag match, as the tag title matchup where the Latin Kings get the win, and they keep the tag titles. I hate that these multi-man matches are elimination. I always forget that the default game has to be elimination. It's supposed to just be a one-fall matchup. Let's just ignore everything that you see there about the order of eliminations. They were just beating Stealth C and Shadow. They beat Dark Agents. As 53 for Carlos, 55 for Stealth Z, 49 for Kaito Doan, 41 for Yuta, 34 for Hector, and 29 for Shadow. As Hector was off his game. Which, yeah, I mean, makes sense. He was almost did worse than Shadow did. But at least Hector and Carlos have excellent chemistry together, so that's a plus for them, for the Latin Kings. And I thought I hit next segment. I guess I didn't. There we go. It's a 67 for our main event. It's Acid 2 winning this matchup, retaining his title, making the defense number 2 as he gets the win. In 14-22 with the Acid Rain Bomb. So yeah, I mean, these two, they will be a part of history forever until we run out of business. Two men that were in the first ever Kyoki Pure title matchup. So keep it going as Acid 2 gets the win. And 14-22. I mean, Acid 2 with a 64 is just nuts. Yeah, we get a 59 there, increased our pop. We're going to put over, obviously, Ant-Man. We're going to put over, obviously, Acid 2. Those two, I mean, that main event was massive. Let's give some love to Nami Gendo. Let's give her some love. Hell yeah. As that will do it for that episode of Kyoki Puro. Man, that Super Show Destruction is in the books. As now we're at the halfway point of 2023. With Acid 2 as champion, as the Latin King still is champion. It's kind of the quest of what's going to happen between these, next, 7 months here. Or is that what? Not 7 months. As, we have, obviously, Bad Motherfuckers in December. Will whoever win that be the next champion, or is it going to be somebody? Is it going to be Acid 2? Is he going to be champion and Bad Motherfucker in the same year? I think that would be huge. That'd be a huge year to cap off for Acid 2. So other things can go. I mean, we could have, as we're obviously halfway point, we have some awards. Looks like EILL is killing it. Young Wrestler of the Year. It's again, American, who usually always is. Brandon James, Veteran of the Year, Female of the Year. Pinky Perez, Independent Wrestler of the Year. Cecily Moon. And James, oh, that's alright. Oh, we got a new promotion. Youth Energy Professional Wrestling. As I was like, assuming it's professional wrestling. And it's London Platinum. It's an Australian company. That's fun. Hell yeah. As now, Strike Force is the next show. We'll see what happens as far as, there was really nothing building up towards Strike Force. That the Super Show Destruction was kind of a high point. Obviously, Acid 2 and Ant-Man, they had their history in the past, and it was the culmination of that with the Super Show Destruction match. So now, we march forward to see who's the next contenders for both the tag titles and the Kyoki Pura title.